Please do not mind my different eyelid shapes at the moment. It's been rough out here. My left eyelid is a bit swollen. We're going to ignore that. Hello my friends, it's Nina. Welcome back. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. Today is March 20 something and I just want to chill out and work on my April bullet journal spread. It is that time of the month. It is time to prepare for my next month. What goes on next month? I don't know. Will I have anything to do next month? I also don't know. But I'm just going to show you my updated bullet journal spread. I feel like it updates every month or so. I'm always seeing new things, learning new things, and recently I've been trying out a new weekly spread that I am eager to show you guys. I briefly showed this on Instagram, but some of you guys asked for a longer tutorial kind of thing. First things first, this is the bullet journal that I use. It is I still haven't bothered to actually learn how to pronounce it, so here we go. Right here. I've been using the same bullet journal for the last few years. This is probably my third one, I think. It does the job for me, so that's what I use. I have a 0.38 tip pen, and then I have the Zebra mild liner pens. These are the colors that I'm going to use. I'm focusing more on this color just because with my spread I only use one color basically. I use one or two colors, maybe three. For April, I wanted to do a yellow spread. I don't think I ever really used yellow in my life. I was looking through my washi tapes as well, and I don't have yellow washi tape. This might be a little more difficult than I thought. But for April, I wanted to try yellow. I just wanted a happy color because times are rough. It's hard out here. We all need a boost of serotonin. So I'm going with this bright yellow color. I also have blue and red just to back me up. I love primary colors and I thought that would be a nice color palette for this month. I do kind of doodle a tiny bit in my bullet journal just to make things cute. Apparently the flower of April is a daisy and I love drawing flowers and plants in my bullet journal. It's very simple but also very cute. This is usually what I do in a bullet journal, so hopefully all goes well. I am going to bring you guys in closer to show you my last month's spread, and then we're going to create April. So here was the last spread for March. I don't always put all these washi tapes, but this month I was just really feeling it. I like the blues and the greens. As you can see, something that I like to do is make a fake washi tape. It's basically just a line of marker and I doodle in these tiny little drawings. I think it's a nice little divider. So March has been a kind of messy month, I think, for all of us. So I didn't actually fill it out to the best of my abilities. I haven't even crossed out the days and stuff. So much for all of this. But this is basically the gist of my monthly setup. And then on the next page I have my habit tracker that I also didn't keep track of that well. And then I have my brain dump that I can't show you because it has a lot of information on it. And then the biggest change is this weekly spread. I saw this kind of spread on social media and so I just wanted to try it out. I feel like it's just better for my productivity. I also doodled some plants on the corner. There's still plenty of room for future tasks, notes. These little boxes are for tasks and bigger picture things. And then here I divided everything by hours. We're going from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and this is basically like a Google calendar or online calendar. I will show you an example of a week. So here was an upload day and I had all these little tasks. I basically make boxes corresponding to a time, and this just helps me to visualize my day a little bit. Before I just used to have a list of tasks, which was great, but I also did want to try out actually planning out the times of my tasks just to make myself a little bit more productive. So this is basically what I'm going to show you for this video. And if I'm not using the spread, then I'll just go back to a weekly spread that I've done in another video. But yeah, that is it for March. We're going to move on to April. So in the past, I actually used a ruler to do all this, but now I have no patience and I just don't mind freehanding anymore. I kind of trust myself a little bit more. So as you could tell from March, there was just one main color, which was green. Now I'm going to use yellow for April. So taking up 2 spaces, I'm going to write it first in capitals. It's a pretty yellow. So April 2020. So we have it down. And then I'm going to make a line for the washi tape. Continuing it on to here. Now I'm going to write April 2020 in just like a lowercase font. I think it's just cute. Oh, I already kind of messed up, but that's okay. It gives character. 2020. And then since we're going with a daisy flower kind of theme, I'm just going to draw tiny little flowers. I think it's more simple just to do a 5-petal flower and then a little circle. And then I'm going to continue doing this. This is just a nice divider. So here we have our nice little border. I think it's really cute. And then we're going to move on to the month. We're going to start right here. There's 2 columns here. The little section for where the days are going to be is a 6x1 box. And then the days of the month are going to be 6x6. Now we're going to move on and make How many weeks are in April? There are 5 weeks in April, so we're going to make 5 rows. Each box is going to be 6 by 6. Be patient with yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh god. After 2 years, you have finally finished your month. And now we get into the fun part of filling out the colors. April 1st is on a Wednesday, so we still have days from March and we have days from May. So I like to use a gray marker just to make the days for March because they don't belong in April. And then here we can start with April. And we continue on. I of course also make little marker marks for the days of the week. Now we're going to fill out the rest of the days and then we're going to write the days of the month. And then over here, this is when May starts. Here I drew a little line for our goal section. This is going to be our future section, and then we have a tiny little note section, and that is it. Now all we have to do is write everything down. May 1, May 2. And this is our simple month. I am going to decorate this a little bit just because that makes me happy. If it wants to cooperate, I'm going to take out a daisy sticker. Please, come on. Don't stay there forever. You're so cute. Aha. I shall put this right here. I always like something in the corner right here. Taking another one, putting it right here, putting one right here. I'm going to put some washi tapes right here. I like putting washi tapes everywhere just for a little accent. And then to balance it out, I'm going to put a few daisies here. One in the corner. Oh god, it already stuck. Okay, that's it. I'm just gonna put you in the corner here as well, just to balance things out. So I don't have yellow washi tape for some reason. I don't know why. I have so many washi tapes, but not a single yellow washi tape. So I will be using a nice red color. I'm going to just put a strip of this on the side just for a little accent. I'm going to just put it right here. It already looks good with the yellow. I can't decide between these blues. I am going to go with this nice blue color. I'm going to take a strip of it and place it next to the red. Just a nice little detail. There we go. I mean, since it is a yellow theme anyway, I'm just going to put this little flower sticker on top. Adding a little white flower here, why not? And then if you don't have stickers, just draw some flowers for yourself. I'm going to draw a nice big yellow dot, and then I'm going to make my own daisy. And this is my layout for April. I think it is very pretty. It has a sort of scrapbook feel to it. I have all these daisies everywhere. I put some birthdays. I'm gonna put more later on. Moving on, we're going to do the habit tracker and the brain dump. So the habit tracker is basically the same thing I've done in the past, but of course I just decorated a little bit. We're just going to write habit tracker big, just anywhere. Don't worry about it. A nice line. And then over here we've got our brain dump. Again, lowercase habit tracker. And then back with our flower washi tape. Flower, 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 flower. I'm sorry. I think it's only appropriate that I play that clip actually. It's a very wholesome clip. This is Jungkook sing flower, 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 flower. Wasn't that great? Now that we've done our headers, we're going to move into the tedious part of making these little habit trackers. So I track about 9. Do I track all of them all the time? No, I don't. But I make them anyway, just in case I actually want to. Habit trackers just kind of help to make you feel like you're actually keeping track of yourself, keeping track of your life. Makes you feel like you have some stability in your life. I'm basically going to make a line that is 7 dots long because we're making tiny little months. So this is exactly 7 dots. I guess that's kind of a good thing about paper that ghosts a little bit. You can see the past lines that you made. I'm going to skip 2 dots and make another line. Skip 2 dots. They should perfectly space out. So I track how many YouTube videos I've made, how many Instagram posts I've made, and then I've been tracking exercise. Now we're going to make a 5x7 grid. This is going to represent a month. So here we go. We're going to just freehand. We're going to trust ourselves. Skipping 2 lines and we're going to make another line. Don't worry if you mess up. Life is not perfect. You're not perfect. No one's perfect. Finally, for me, I have 1 more row to go. And And there we have our finished boxes. I'm just going to decorate this a tiny bit. I'm gonna add some cute daisies over here. A nice big one, a small one, big one, small one. And then here in this blank space, I'm just going to add this washi tape. I know it's not perfectly the same yellow color, but it's still cute. I think it's just a cute little element here. I just came up with a little idea. So I'm going to just take this yellow post-it and kind of tape it here. I'll just tape on some illustrations. I'm gonna just rip it. There we go. Oh duh, I should have done this. And then I'm just going to draw a little something something. So I am done with this, and the brain dump is going to be completely empty because I'm going to fill it out later. Actually, I forgot to add some washi tape. Of course, gotta. There is our completed brain dump. And then finally, we're going to move on to our weekly layout. Lately, I haven't been reflecting a whole lot, so I don't think I'm going to make an April reflection page like I have done in my past videos. But if you want to add it, go ahead. So the weekly layout is not as complicated as it looks. This is just something I've been trying out because I want to experiment with actually timing out my tasks. Of course, there's a lot of freedom with just having a list of tasks and actually choosing the time that you want to do it, but I feel like sometimes you just want to time things out, see how your day looks to see if everything is possible to do. So here we go. So we are starting at the very top, and again we're making a space to write the days of the week. We're going to make a small little row, and then we're going to divide this into 4, just like that. I separated them into 6, so it's a 1 by 6 little box. We're literally going to extend it all the way to the bottom. Here we go. Yay! And then here we're going to make a small little box. This is going to be where events can go. These are just like big picture things that you can't really time. That was the straightest line I've ever made. Oh my goodness. And it's actually very simple to do. Now we're going to make 3 more and then a little section over here. I like this weekly spread just because I feel like it helps me be a little more productive and it really organizes your time. Here is a little future section for future tasks, and then somewhere halfway down we're just going to make a little notes section. Again, we are just going to make a little section for the days with our yellow marker or whatever color you please. So we're gonna start on Monday / and this day is the 30th, and we've got Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I will write future and notes. I also like to doodle something on the corner, so I'm going to just draw some daisies. And finally, I'm going to just write the times. We are starting from 6. Now that the times are written down, I will show you an example of how this actually kind of works. It's pretty simple. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing on the 30th, but I do know that I usually wake up at around 8. So I am going to reserve 8 through, I'm going to say 10 a.m. just for getting ready and eating breakfast. I actually wrote eating breakfast because I can't multitask. I'm going to cross that out. Then I'm just going to box this up with a pen. And then here, this is usually about the time that I do makeup, so I'm going to write makeup. And then with these kind of tasks, I just like to use a green pen. Just make up your own coloring system. It smudges a little bit. These pens are a little smudgy. And then honestly, I don't know what else I'm doing on that day, so this will be for later. But that is basically the system. This is literally like an online calendar, but in your bullet journal. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit. That is a weekly setup. And then I do the other weeks as time passes. I will now just give you a flip through of the final journal. This is our lovely month. I love the colors. And then moving on, we have our habit tracker and our brain dump. Very simple, but I love the addition of doodles. And then here is the weekly spread with the new setup that I'm trying out. I liked using this setup in March. I will see how April goes. Aren't these flowers so cute? But that is basically it for this month. For those of you guys who like simple bullet journal setups, but also like to color things up a little bit, I hope you guys enjoy this. So that is the end of this bullet journal session. This has been my updated, minimal, simple, but cute bullet journal setup. Do not be intimidated by the washi tapes or the markers or any of that. Do whatever you're comfortable with, but also have fun with it. Times are kind of weird, but hopefully having some kind of system helps out a little bit. I certainly like to take time to set up my bullet journal, plan things out a little bit, take things slow. I hope that you guys are staying safe and staying healthy. I hope that you enjoyed this time with me, and I will see you in my next video. video. I am exposing my pajama pants. We are social distancing. This is appropriate. Bring it in for a virtual hug and I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.